Evening peeps, thought I'd greet you this evening. I've had a little bit to drink, so if I gabble a little bit, I'm sure you'll forgive me. But yeah, I've been thinking an awful lot lately about things to pursue, how to go about it, how to start, and there's so many people out there in this position. Maybe you're not happy and you really want to go for it, but yet you're not 100% sure what you want to go for. Maybe you're 18 years old, maybe you're 16 years old, maybe you're 50 years old, or maybe like me, you're 33, or maybe you're even in your 60s or 70s, and or even older or younger, wherever you are. And there's so many things, isn't there, that you may wish to pursue. You may wish to pursue them for different reasons. You may wish to pursue them as a hobby reason, a meditation reason, a financial reason, a happiness reason. And there are so many things that you can think about that you may want to give it a go for. But you may be thinking something along the lines of, how am I going to do it? I'm in a position which I can't, you know. I've got a £600 a month mortgage. I've got everything to pay. I've got this, that, and the other. I've got a family to feed. And you're thinking, what shall I do? And my advice would be to start small. Small fish are sweet. Really think, how can I get this thing going? Maybe you want to just have a go at something. Maybe you want to play the drums, something like that. Maybe you want to learn how to do crocheting. Maybe you want to learn to grow your own garden, grow some potatoes, eh? So much you can think of, and don't let things stop you. Don't let other people stop you. Of course, listen to people who give you advice about being realistic. You must be realistic. For instance, you mustn't, or you shouldn't, in my opinion, give up everything you've got in order to pursue a goal that the results are not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in this life, or at least very few things are. But for instance, you know, you've got a house and a mortgage and a family to feed. You can hardly turn around and go, you know what, I'm going to jack it all up in the air and I'm going to learn to play bass guitar. No, it doesn't work like that, does it? And we all know it. But at the same time, you might be able to say, yes, I'm going to devote 15 minutes per day to playing the bass guitar. I'm going to devote 15 minutes per day to learning a new language. I'm going to devote 20 minutes 3 times a week to going out for a walk, for a little bit of exercise. And I think most of you out there will be able to find a way to start to pursue that thing that you want to give a go. And there's so much out there. And I'm chewing a lot of things over. Over the last few years, I have left a job I was doing for a long time actually. 9 years in that job and 2 years in something else before, and 2 years before that. So 13 odd years plus 2 more years, 15 years of being in jobs that were not ideal for me. They weren't bad in many ways, and in many ways they were very positive, and I've learned an awful lot from doing these jobs. But you've got to think, what do you want to do? What would you like to do? How would you like to earn your living? Because at the end of the day, fortunately or unfortunately, you have to earn money in this world in order to, you know, pay the bills. Of course, you don't 100% have to, and there are many ways in which you don't have to, but that's a subject for another video. But with regards to paying the bills, paying the rent, whatever, you need to earn money. And is there a way, unless you're an inherited millionaire, of course, or something like that, or you've got some sort of thing that gives you a massive return, you know, a very small percentage of the population there, but these people do exist, but the chances are that's not you. And how can you start to do it? I mean, I had to go through a struggle. So 33 years old now, 16 years old, went to college, wasn't for me. Went and worked somewhere, that wasn't for me. Went and worked somewhere else, that kind of was for me, but it wasn't really pursuable long. It wasn't the right profession or trade for me. Then did something else, wasn't right for me either, but was okay at times. But, you know, should you be aiming for that thing that's not just okay, not just that thing that you can go along with, not just that thing that is going to pay the bills? Is there a way that you can make a living from your passion, or at least a contribution? Maybe you have to keep that job going that you are doing, that you can tolerate, but it's not really you. But is there a way that you can make things more tolerable for yourself? And is there a way you can just think about about implementing something that could lead to a future for you? For instance, I have a friend who did not start playing the guitar until he was, I think he was around his mid-20s. And most people say, you know, you need to start playing the instrument young in order to get anywhere to it. Of course, it helps to start young, but, you know, not always possible. Of course, if you're beyond young, then you have to start now, don't you? But he now makes his living teaching the guitar. So he did it. Of course, a lot of you out there will be a lot older than mid-20s, and you will have responsibilities, maybe family, maybe mortgages, house, rents, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah, and be well established in a career where which a pension might not even be that far off. So you've got to weigh things up and consider it. But take a look around, take a think, and look at other people. Look what they've achieved. Look what they can offer you. Of course, the chances are you will have to offer them something as well, because very few things, as I stated earlier, in this life are for free. What do they say? It's always give and take, always to and fro. But these people are out there, right? Find someone to talk to. You know, maybe the people you're hanging around with, they're great fun and everything, but they can't necessarily help you with the subject in which you want to build upon, the subject in which you want to learn, the subject in which you want to use to help you progress with your life, and something you want to get into in order to help develop yourself, and you want to develop that subject. And these people are there, and I've heard them referred to as mentors before. You can use that term mentor if you want, which in a way is a little bit sort of makes it formal. Could be a friend, could be a relative, could be someone you know. It could just be someone that you come across in a bar one night if you're having a beer. You know, you find this person and you think, God, blimey, that person's done a lot. That person's come from relatively humble beginnings or not so humble beginnings, whatever. But that person's really done something. That person's really listened to what's in here, and he's said, yeah, I'm going to do it. Could that be you? And I think it could be. So find people and talk to them and learn from them. Of course, not everyone's going to give you good advice, and some people may even try and sabotage you, whoever they are. But you've got to think, you know, that person has done this. Can you learn from them? Can you put a YouTube video on and learn from someone? Can you read a book and learn from someone? Can you read a newspaper? But take advice. Learn to listen to yourself. Learn to listen to others. And just think, is there something I can do in order to help get me to where I want to go? And of course, with regards to where you want to go, where you think you want to go, I mean, I've thought I wanted to go many places in my life. I don't mean go places literally. Of course, there are places I want to physically go, but with regards to what's happening in here and jobs, careers, what people are meant to do, what suits their personality, what they think they could do, which would be a good contribution to society, to their family, to their friends, whatever. And there is so much out there, and things can change. You might think, yeah, I'm going to do this. Nope, that didn't work. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And you might find that you'll come roundabout circle and find a way to amalgamate the whole lot. But there's a lot of potential, there's a lot of possibility, and there's so many reasons that people can find, and I've done this myself, where they think they can't do it, and they think, oh, you know, in a hopeless situation. Maybe they haven't got the education, maybe they haven't got the confidence, the motivation, the self-belief, the determination, the work ethic. All these things you can think of that you can use to help get yourself places, and I think you can cultivate them. It might not happen immediately, but I believe if you start slow, small the phrases such as small fish are sweet, long-term trend is your friend, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, all these phrases, and they're old phrases, but there's so much out there that you can use to help you, and so much you can learn, so much wisdom, so many people out there that you can listen to, learn from, so many books you can read to help you gain the insight, to gain the knowledge, to gain the motivation. Motivate yourself, talk to people, learn, get yourself there. And I'm utterly convinced the majority of you out there listening to this who are in a position where which they class themselves as hopeless. So many people think they're in a hopeless position these days because of ties they've got, because of bills, because of pensions, because of jobs, because of expenses. I truly believe this. If people can believe in themselves, if people can just start progressing towards a goal, they've got it within themselves in order to get out, in order to propel themselves out of the position that they are in, because ultimately you will have to do it yourself. If you're not happy, or if you think you can achieve more, you know, don't be too scared, don't be frightened of it, but at the same time always bear in mind that you must be responsible about it. There's a lot of people out there that will say, yeah, you should just go for it regardless of the consequences. Well, I'm afraid in many ways that doesn't work, does it? Because end of the day, if you've got an 800, 900 or more pounds worth of rent due at the end of the month, you know, passion, love and blah-de-blah will not pay that rent, will it? So if you go and throw everything up in the air and you can't pay your rent and you end up out on the street or your mortgage, then you get the idea. That's not so wise either. So be responsible, be hardworking, be driven. And there are all these things out there for you, I believe, but find a way to implement it and start off small. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15, 20. Build it up. Learn, listen, smile more, talk less, listen more. Think, research, study, learn, develop yourself, develop your relationships with other people who may be able to give you the key. Maybe there's that key, maybe there's that one thing that that you think that you don't know, but you can talk to this person. This person will open that door to you by opening your mind, by just pointing you in the right direction. What's that other saying they say? That there's no use rowing really hard if the boat is pointing in the wrong direction. And that was me for many, many, many years. And work ethic is a great thing. Work ethic is one of the most important traits that you can help to cultivate within yourself. But if you're working as hard as you think you are, but it's in the wrong direction, that may not help you either. So many things to consider, so many things to think of, and as I stated before, I had a bit of whiskey tonight, so maybe this is the whiskey talking, but I think you get the idea of what I'm telling you out there. I want the people that are viewing my channel, because there's so many more new people viewing my channel, and I want this channel to be, first and foremost, a gardening channel. That's what I want. Gardening is my thing. I love it. It's helped to get me straight in many ways in regards to, you know, direction in what I'm doing, both as a profession and as a hobby, and with regards to contributing to society, to contributing to the, what do you call it, the environment, blah blah blah. And I'm sure that thing is out there for you, whatever it may be. But you won't find it if you just sit there and carry on as you are. So get out there, get searching, but be responsible at the same time and be informed. So I wish you all well. I hope everybody out there is doing well. I truly do. And I'm going to try not to drink too much more whiskey tonight. And the peaches are all gone now. There's one left there that the mice are chomping at every night. So I'm leaving that there for them. Take care, speak soon, and all the best to each and every one of you.